Tell Floyd to get on live. Tell him show where he at. He owe them people over in Dubai that money. Tell him get on live right now. And he owe people in Saudi Arabia money too. Out here scamming. Get on live right now.
The rivalry between Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia continues to attract massive attention from boxing fans. And now the latest developments have once again...
What's the latest on Floyd?
Floyd Mayweather, I mean,
Money May.
It feels like the hits keep on coming for him. I don't know if they're going to be calling him Money May anytime soon, the way it's going right now. Look, I love Floyd as a
Money
fighter.
may not be there like it used to be. Oh, I ain't doing that.
Shit,
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not.
Put some respect on Floyd.
Right, we're doing that.
Floyd's an all-time great. He's one of my favorite fighters of all
cycle.
time.
I'm not in that man's pocket. And people lie. I don't know what he got going on.
Well, this is the reality. Floyd right now had the lawsuit. He is facing a lawsuit from this promoter, CSI Sports, which Floyd signed with last year.
Never heard of him.
and push their names into the spotlight after a confrontation reportedly turned personal. What started as another moment surrounding one of boxing's biggest rivalries quickly became a major talking point among fans, analysts, and the wider boxing community, with everyone asking the same question. What exactly happened between Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia? And could this latest tension eventually lead to another blockbuster showdown? The history between these two fighters has already produced one of the most talked about events in modern boxing, but despite the result of their first meeting, the rivalry has never truly disappeared. Ryan Garcia has repeatedly expressed his desire to get another opportunity against Gervonta Davis, while Tank remains one of the biggest stars and most dangerous punchers in the sport. Their contrasting personalities, fighting styles, and enormous fan bases make every interaction between them a potential headline. And when the conversation suddenly becomes personal, the attention only grows stronger.
Be careful of the nicknames that you take on. Because eventually you'll have to live up to those nicknames. And you've probably taken on a nickname that will destroy you. The Money Team. Money Mayweather. And so now your whole identity is built around money.
Fans immediately began debating whether the latest confrontation was simply another heated exchange or whether it could signal the beginning of a new chapter in their rivalry. Gervonta Davis has built his reputation as one of boxing's most explosive fighters, combining elite timing, patience, counterpunching ability, defensive awareness, and devastating power. Tank does not always need to throw dozens of punches to control a fight because he has the unique ability to change everything with one perfectly timed shot. That reputation has made him one of the most feared fighters in the sport, and it is also one of the reasons why a potential rematch with Ryan Garcia continues to generate enormous interest. Garcia, meanwhile, remains one of boxing's most recognizable youngsters.
Curious what your thoughts are on the unfortunate news that we're seeing so many headlines with Floyd Mayweather Jr. losing like $170 million. Just your opinion on that.
Yeah. That's a tough one. And I've talked to him about it, but I don't know enough about it. Hear all these different stories. I think you have to wait to see how this thing's going to play out in court for him. But when somebody works as hard as he did and, amasses the type of wealth that he had, and then, they lose it or it gets stolen or whatever the deal is, it's horrible. And it happens a lot in professional sports. Who knows? Anything is possible. Maybe we could do something and figure it out for him.
Stars, known for his incredible hand speed, athleticism, explosive left hook, fast combinations, and massive social media following. Although his first fight against Davis ended in disappointment, Ryan has consistently maintained that the experience made him a better and more mature fighter. He has spoken openly about how much the loss affected him emotionally and professionally, but instead of allowing the defeat to define his career, Garcia has used it as motivation to improve. He continues to believe that he is capable of defeating Tank if they ever meet again, and that confidence has kept the possibility of a rematch alive in the minds of boxing fans. The latest
What are your thoughts on the whole situation?
Well, it's very, very sad. But, Floyd had a great career. He made a lot of money. But in his mind, that made him a great genius. great business genius, great genius in life, and because he overrated life, he ran out of money. You can't, no matter how much money you have, you can't have 2 big planes, 10 security guards. It's going to cost you money. I mean, so again, I'm really sad to see that happen, but hopefully he'll get out of it. Hopefully he'll get out of it.
Confrontation has therefore created even more speculation about whether the two fighters could eventually settle their differences inside the ring. In boxing, personal rivalries often become some of the biggest commercial attractions, especially when both fighters have something to prove. A second meeting between Davis and Garcia would not simply be another fight. It would be a chance for Ryan to seek redemption and prove that the first result does not represent his true ability, while Tank would have the opportunity to show that his victory was no accident and that he remains the superior fighter. That storyline alone would make the rematch incredibly marketable. Add their previous history, the massive fan interest, the social media exchanges, and the ongoing debate.
Right, so who's going to fight? We hear a lot of names. It's Tyson, it's Pacquiao. We see going overseas in kickboxing possibly. Who's it going to be? People are saying you're doing this just cause of the money. Is it just cause money or just what you want to do?
Hold on. Let me film it. I prove that I'm 100% when I get in that ring. They playing on my downfall. So, yeah. We don't want to see Floyd win. Right, not be like y'all. Right. Well, why did he do that? Why did he do that in front of Jay-Z? Jay-Z is this and Jay-Z is that. Just like that when people are asking about the PBC. All I want you to just tell me what y'all got. Just tell me what y'all got. Everybody only worried about what Floyd got. But what do you got? So if something was to come out on Shade Room, they're going to say, oh, it's false because it's black people. But if something come out on TMZ, oh, it's real, we know because it came from them. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a comment or he committed fraud. Just do your homework.
Over their different styles, and the potential event becomes even bigger. From a technical perspective, the rematch would also raise fascinating questions. Ryan Garcia would likely enter the fight with the experience of facing Tank already behind him, meaning he would understand the speed, timing, and power that Davis brings to the ring. The first fight could provide valuable lessons about distance management, defensive positioning, and the danger of overcommitting against a fighter as precise as Tank. Ryan's biggest weapons remain his speed and explosive combinations, but he would need to be extremely careful about giving Davis opportunities to counter. Tank, on the other hand, would likely look to exploit the same openings that made him successful the first.
Just treasure. He was a good one. Yeah. You holler at Floyd. You see he going through what he going through. You gonna check, you gonna look out for him?
Huh? Yeah, I got something for him. Floyd, you know?
Hey, don't do that.
Hey, look, man. I mean, if he needs something.
You gonna holler at Floyd?
Huh?
Put that in the pocket. Put that away.
But look, I swear to God.
Is that still out? Is that still in me?
Yeah, I love Floyd, bro. I ain't got nothing against Floyd. Listen, my monthly this month, if he need it all, I'll give it to him.
Floyd.
Yeah.
You give it to him.
My monthly that I'm making off kick this month, if he need it all, I'll give it to him. Swear to God. No question.
I need something too, man.
Time. His ability to remain patient and wait for the perfect moment is one of his greatest strengths. And if Ryan becomes too aggressive or predictable, Davis could once again capitalize. However, Garcia supporters believe that a rematch would be a completely different contest because Ryan has continued to develop and gain experience. They argue that he is no longer the same fighter who entered the ring against Tank in their first meeting, and that the lessons learned from that defeat could help him make significant adjustments. This is one of the main reasons why fans remain interested in seeing the two superstars fight again. The first matchup answered some questions, but it also created many new ones. Was Tank simply the better fighter that night?
When you make yourself like we got issues over here, he's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah. That's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money?
It took, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's going. Trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your, your local host in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Or did Ryan make mistakes that he could correct in a rematch? Could Ryan's speed and physical advantages create problems for Tank if he changes his strategy? Would Davis be able to land the same type of counter shots again? Or would Garcia's improved?
It appears Floyd Mayweather is broke and writing bad checks everywhere because we built him up into some sort of icon, into some sort of idol, and money, the money team, and people on social media that any criticism of Floyd Mayweather, well, that's racist, and they're just a strong, confident black man. But the Deion Sanders argument, Floyd, I wouldn't call him the originator, but maybe one of the prime examples of that mentality. That, they just, a black man with confidence. If I was white and had this kind of confidence, no one would say anything. But a black man with confidence intimidates people and scares people, and the white races all want to put them down. Social media confirms this type of delusional thinking. As long as money defines you, rules you, eventually there's going to be a boomerang effect, and it's going to embarrass you and ruin you.
Defense and fight IQ prevent those opportunities. These are the questions that continue to fuel the debate. The latest personal confrontation has only added more drama to an already intense rivalry. Whenever two major boxing stars exchange words, fans immediately begin looking for clues about what could happen next. Social media quickly becomes filled with predictions, reactions, memes, and calls for a rematch, while boxing analysts begin discussing the business side of the potential fight. The financial numbers would almost certainly be enormous if the fight were ever finalized, because both Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia have become...
You worship spending money, and you have no discipline, and now there are reports out that he's bouncing checks around Las Vegas. The man's made...
major attractions capable of bringing casual fans and hardcore boxing supporters together. Their names alone can generate headlines, and a second fight would likely attract even more attention because of the unfinished business narrative. The question, however, is whether the two sides can agree on the right weight, financial terms, promotional structure, and timing. Boxing history is filled with rivalries that fans wanted to see but never received because negotiations broke down, but the demand for Tank versus Ryan 2 remains strong. Ryan has made it clear that he wants another opportunity, and Tank's response to any personal confrontation could potentially influence the direction of the rivalry. If the tension continues to increase, the pressure on promoters and business, the rivalry between Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia continues to attract massive attention from boxing fans. And now the latest developments have once again pushed their names into the spotlight after a confrontation reportedly turned personal. What started as another moment surrounding one of boxing's biggest rivalries quickly became a major talking point among fans, analysts, and the wider boxing community, with everyone asking the same question. What exactly happened between Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia? And could this latest tension eventually lead to another blockbuster showdown? The history between these two fighters has already produced one of the most talked about events in modern boxing, but despite the result of their first meeting, the rivalry has never truly disappeared. Ryan Garcia has repeatedly expressed his desire to get another opportunity against Gervonta Davis, while Tank remains one of the biggest stars and most dangerous punchers in the sport. Their contrasting personalities, fighting styles, and enormous fan bases make every interaction between them a potential headline. And when the conversation suddenly becomes personal, the attention only grows stronger. Fans immediately began debating whether the latest confrontation was simply another heated exchange, or whether it could signal the beginning of a new chapter in their rivalry. Gervonta Davis
leaked audio, some pretty damning stuff coming from two people that were super close to Floyd Mayweather Jr. So earlier today, 50 Cent leaked, I don't know how he got a hold of this conversation, a convo between Leonard Ellerbe and Al Heyman. To give you a little bit of backstory, Leonard Ellerbe was the head of Mayweather Promotions was very crucial in the career and building Floyd Mayweather across pretty much his whole entire career. And Al Heyman also served as his business advisor for a majority of his career, and also the head of PBC as of current. I've not heard the video. 50 Cent dropped it on his IG. 50 Cent does not like Floyd Mayweather. That's very well documented. I think it stems from 50 and Floyd were supposed to start a promotional company together. I think TMT was supposed to be their joint promotions company, and Floyd went ahead and split the other way. If memory serves me correct, I could be wrong, but I think that's what spurred the tension, the falling out between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather. And whenever 50 Cent gets a chance to throw a jab at Floyd, he goes for it. He takes full advantage of it, and I think he's doing that with this post.
Has built his reputation as one of boxing's most explosive fighters, combining elite timing, patience, counterpunching ability, defensive awareness, and devastating power. Tank does not always need to throw dozens of punches to control a fight, because he has the unique ability to change everything with one perfect...
Wow, we're gonna put his little ass to the ground. Holy moly, that's coming from Al? If that is Al, jeez. One, I would not want to be on Al's bad side. That guy has a lot of pull, a lot of juice, not only in the boxing world, but in the business world. Damn, like, you don't understand, like, how close, like, Floyd and Leonard have been over the years. And in talking with Leonard, one, I like Leonard. I think he's a cool dude. Two, Leonard takes a lot of immense pride in building up the career of Floyd Mayweather, building up the fights that Floyd had and the events that they put together, him and Floyd, and with Mayweather Promotion. Takes immense pride in that, being crucial to building up the Mayweather brand and the success that Floyd had outside the ring and even inside of the ring. So it's a bit shocking to hear something like that from Leonard. Something really, really bad had to have happened. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense that it's just based off that one comment. Maybe this was like an accumulation of a lot of things.
Timed shot. That reputation has made him one of the most feared fighters in the sport, and it is also one of the reasons why a potential rematch with Ryan Garcia continues to generate enormous interest. Garcia, meanwhile, remains one of boxing's most recognizable young stars, known for his incredible hand speed, athleticism, explosive left hook, fast combinations, and massive social media following. Although his first fight against Davis ended in disappointment, Ryan has consistently maintained that the experience made him a better and more mature fighter. He has spoken openly about how much the loss affected him emotionally and professionally, but instead of allowing the defeat to define his career, Garcia has used it as motivation to improve. He continues to believe that he is capable of defeating Tank if they ever meet again, and that confidence has kept the possibility of a rematch alive in the minds of boxing fans. The latest confrontation has therefore created even more speculation about whether the two fighters could eventually separate.
Career is looking very shaky, to say the least. Like I said before, Al Heyman, he stole money, right? What is going on? For starters, Floyd Mayweather had a fight in Athens, Greece, right? Mike Zambitis. And boom, you never know, right? You truly never know. So Ring Magazine and others have reported the fight has now been called off, right? So the fight was getting ready to come up, I think this weekend, but now the fight has been canceled. Strike one. Strike two. Dan Rafael responded to this clip of Manny Pacquiao training, right? I want to, it's up to my promoter, Bob Adam. He showed me, right? You know, innocent clip of Pacquiao training for a comeback. The caption reads, Manny Pacquiao getting the work in ahead of his September rematch with Floyd Money Mayweather. And longtime boxing reporter Dan Rayfield says that is inaccurate, right? That fight isn't happening in September, and almost certainly not this year.
Their differences inside the ring. In boxing, personal rivalries often become some of the biggest commercial attractions, especially when both fighters have something to prove. A second meeting between Davis and Garcia would not simply be another fight. It would be a chance for Ryan to seek redemption and prove that the first result does not represent his true ability, while Tank would have the opportunity to show that his victory was no accident and that he remains the superior fighter. That storyline alone would make the rematch incredibly marketable. Add their previous history, the massive fan interest, the social media exchanges, and the ongoing debate over their different styles, and the potential event becomes even bigger. From a technical perspective, the rematch would also raise fascinating questions. Ryan Garcia would likely enter the fight with the experience of facing Tank already behind him, meaning he would understand the speed, timing.
There are a lot of reports that Floyd is facing extreme financial hardships from people potentially, allegedly swindling him for money, poor investment and or money management skills, right? And it's culminated in people speculating that Floyd is broke or near broke for, given how much money he made, $1 billion plus in this industry, he don't have nothing to show for it. So a lot of people believe with all these lawsuits, Floyd suing a couple people, Showtime, Steven Espinoza, he's suing former business partners, he's being sued by a dancer, a private dancer from the Girl Collection on some paternity case, alleging the baby is Floyd's. He has a jeweler in Miami, I believe a jeweler in Las Vegas. There's a property management company with some properties in New York and Manhattan that are suing him.